Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is SubZeroExtabyte and today we are going to be playing some more Roblox. Today I tried out some sweets called Bean Boozled. They are basically a type of jelly beans that are all sorts of different flavors, and it's a lucky dip to see if you get a good or nasty tasting bean. I didn't do too well and got a bad tasting one not long ago, so I decided that I'm going to do something awesome today. Eating sweets has inspired me to build myself my own sweet factory. I am going to invest a little money into some property, and now I am going to build my factory from the bottom up to mass produce sweets for me all day long. I can sell some of them and then eat what is left while taking profits. It is a great idea if I don't say so myself. I already have my own conveyor belt set up and it is quickly producing sweets and candy for me to eat. I really can't wait to build up more and more stuff and eventually have the best factory in the world. Right, Chip? I think I just have to stand here and click this pan to keep producing food. Maybe I need to find a way to automate this process somehow / I think that I'm going to invest some money into some more equipment for my conveyor belt, and I am going to upgrade all of this. You might all be wondering how exactly I know how to assemble all of this equipment and technology together so quickly. Well, ever since I got Chip the robot on my shoulder, he's been telling me all sorts about computers and machines and how to build stuff, and he is showing me how to create this whole factory. We made a deal, you see. Because he is a robot, he doesn't eat food and sweets like me, but he loves messing around with tech. He told me that if we built a factory together and I let him mess around with all the machinery, then he would tell me how to build the bestest and most efficient sweet producing machines possible for my sweet factory. This is going to be so awesome, guys. I am so glad I have a loyal and honest friend like Chip to help me out when I want to do really cool things like this. I sure do love all the colors of the new machinery, but it seems to be attracting a bit of unwanted attention, and there are a few explosives going off here and there we should be worried about. I just got exploded. It must be that my super cool, awesome factory that just popped up out of nowhere is starting to attract attention from local school kids that must live around this part of town. I think they want to come and try to steal my sweets. I am going to use my rather large lollipop to keep hitting them away when they get close, and then in the meantime I can extend my factory by stepping on these red pads and buying some more sections. These special new additions will help me create even better tasting sweets, but that means more kids are gonna come try and steal them. As you can see, I have actually now resorted to grabbing laser guns and firing them at the kids. No more MR nice guy. SubZeroExtabyte is in fully attack mode and ready to shoot any intruders on sight. I need to build the bestest sweet factory in the world, and I can't possibly do that with all of these crazy kids in my way jumping around all of my equipment and stealing all of my products. That will never do, and Chip really doesn't seem too pleased about it either. I can't believe this. This kid is jumping all over the conveyor belt. It isn't good at all. I need to keep battling these kids to keep them off of my property. It is a really handy job that Chip suggested to me earlier on, that I should invest in a section containing some weapons. I have bought an area that can totally be used for blasting other people away, and in the meantime, I am the only one who can control the factory as it is now. Even with all these random people coming to attack me, they will get bored and leave eventually. I think a few more swings of my lollipop will always scare them just a little bit, especially when I smack them on the head. I think that it is time to invest more into the factory. It is really starting to take shape and a lot of the areas are really colorful, and now with all those new pieces of machinery I added to the conveyor belt, all of our sweets are going to be action-packed and filled to the brim with crazy flavors and all sorts of magical good-tasting fun. I can't wait to try some when they are all finally completed. Chip has suggested that the factory needs a little bit more structure, so I think I am going to take a break from shooting all the kids with my laser guns and instead spend some money on walls. These walls should hopefully protect all of my sweets from thieves and any school kids lurking around outside. What's more, any other sweet makers and competition like other businesses can no longer see what I am doing and the secrets behind my amazing products. They would all probably kill to get their hands on my machinery and my amazing technical whiz of a talking robot. MR Chip right here. There are still a few intruders scattered around the factory that I couldn't get rid of, but a few more whacks on the head should hopefully send a message. You see, by making an example of a few kids, I can show all the others that I'm not the type of business owner to be messed with. Me and Chip are strong business partners, and he will constantly provide me the strongest futuristic robotic equipment to defeat any attackers and successfully defend the sweet factory that we have spent so long creating and spent so much money investing in. My factory has really started to take shape after all, and it even seems like we have enough cash to unlock the next tier of weapon, a strong laser sword to defend ourselves, which is always useful no matter what I try. More people keep killing me. It is now later on in the day and I have managed to clear out all of the pesky children, and I am now free to start creating once again, guys, which is really great for me. We are now back in my factory and progress is continuing where it left off. I have now unlocked some really special designs and patterns for areas around my base, and we can customize a bunch of the different sections to however we want. If you guys ever want to start out a factory like mine, you should really check out this part of town. It has a lot of really cool options available to anyone. We now have a healing pad which will hopefully boost my health when I lose it from attackers, so now I will be stable and strong. I also integrated a special area where I can grab strong suits of armor to defend myself and increase my strength, like this really cool robot suit here. I will show you guys now, just come over here and check it out. I basically asked Chip if he could create me a suit of armor made out of robotics and machinery so that I wouldn't get hurt when those pesky kids shot at me, and now I have this. I have to say it is one cool looking suit for sure. My sweets are really starting to earn a lot of money. I am slowly earning a profit, and the more and more I spend and invest into new technology and different upgrades for my food, the more money I make back. It's a win-win. And if there's something I love more than cookies, and if there's something I love more than lava, that's got to be money. I love money so much because you can use it on so many things. You can spend it on exclusive items or buy really nice food from shops around the Roblox town. Chip also loves money just as much as he loves technology. These super suits are actually really efficient at keeping everyone far, far away from my factory. I used a laser gun on one of them and it blew a kid into nothingness. It totally disintegrated him. That will teach him to mess with SubZeroExtabyte and Chip's special sweets. Ever since then, kids haven't come near the place. Everyone is totally scared. You may think that might be bad for business, but actually, because we don't have rebellious kids coming and messing with the whole factory now, we can produce things 10 times quicker, and all of the kids are too scared to steal, so they have to buy all of their sweets now. So we win at the end of the day, which is great. We now have a bunch of funds for extra areas like the sprint area that goes right next to the healing area. It must give me some sort of speed boost. And now we have access to a few more armor sets that Chip just got done researching. One is the classic armor but without a head, so that I can actually see and look really cool, and the other just looks so cool that it might be my favorite piece of armor in all of the sets and in the whole of Roblox. So cool but kind of weird to find in a sweet factory. Come to think of it, guns and laser swords are also a really weird thing to find in a factory that is supposed to be making sweets. I wonder why half of this factory is dedicated to war and battling and weaponry. I think something fishy might be going on here, and it's all because we had to defend ourselves from those annoying sweet thief school children. Perhaps when they were hitting us they banged Chip on the head, and now he thinks that we are building a weapons factory to defend ourselves from all the attacking children. Chip, this isn't good at all. We are supposed to be partners. We can't go spending all of our budget on these massive weapons for war. As you can see, I have now got a jetpack that helps me and allows me to fly. I bet you can guess whose idea this was. Of course, it was good old Chip's, because for some reason, Chip wants to not make really good tasting sweets and candy and only wants to mess around with technology like this. I am not going to lie though, it is pretty good. We also have a neighbor. If you come and look all the way over here with me, guys, we have a neighbor who decided to move into my older green factory that was getting abused by kids. He is nice and friendly, so I don't have to worry about him causing any trouble at all, which is just great. As you can see, I have a minigun here as well that I can pick up at any time to get rid of any intruders outside that are walking to the factory to try and steal sweets. Pesky kids, not going to get anything now. Make sure to comment below on the video if you think I should add some other really cool things to my factory, and make sure to let me know if I should make more videos like this in future, guys. That would be a big time help to me. I think it could almost be time to make some sort of upstairs to this factory, guys. It really needs a little bit more upgrading, although we have been doing really good so far to keep our investments up and collecting lots of profit. Me and Chip are very happy with all the money we have been making. As you may have noticed, This factory is built in with a special lock now, so I can actually choose if I want to let anyone in. I have actually started employing some of the local townsfolk because as the factory starts to grow in size and reach, I need to start expanding, and me and Chip do not have time to work all the machine and keep up with improving the business, so we need employees to keep things moving and keep up the sweet productivity. We only need a few though, as most of the machinery that Chip has designed runs automatically. We now have a brand new addition to the factory, which is a jump boost pad. Because we all know Chip is still adding random bonus upgrades around the place for literally no reason at all. We have almost all of the protection we need now, and I would dare to say I have almost achieved everything I wanted to at the start of today. I have started a factory, it has become really popular, business has taken off, and I am making a bunch of money, as well as technology and really futuristic weapons, which is actually really cool, to be honest. I am enjoying it all a lot. By the way guys, make sure if you guys haven't already that all of you fans and viewers at home like the video if you have enjoyed me building this factory with Chip. If you didn't know, liking a video is actually a great way to support your favorite creators and YouTubers by showing that you support the content they are making at the moment, and it also shows that you would like them to keep up the good work and keep producing work and videos such as they are now. I really like liking my favorite YouTubers videos to let them know I love them. Now that that is all out of the way, I am sure you guys have noticed that while I was talking, I was also expanding the factory into a supersized production facility. We now have 2 floors and a whole second floor to fill with machinery. We have already extended the conveyor belt, and there are just a few things left to add. There are all sorts of new items and flavors to be unlocked on the second floor, and a whole bunch more money to be earned guys. It's going to be so awesome. As you guys can see, I also have a bunch more money. With all this money, I am going to invest in a supreme roof for my entire factory. This will make the whole place look really fancy and professional, and the really special windows can allow all the people and employees inside to see in, but from the outside, no one can look into the building, so none of our cooking sweet secrets get revealed, which is really good, to be honest. It is great to not have to worry about all those kids and competition from other sweet stores around town. What a great day this is for my business. I am so happy. It's time to collect up all these rare, special, collectible items. I have just unlocked and bought all of them with my spare profits to space out this top floor and make it seem a lot more realistic and cozy. And now I can show off all of my special items to my employees and maybe even let them play with some of them sometimes if they are nice and work well. To be honest, I am in such a good mood that I think I am going to raise all of my employees' wages by $1,000 each. I think Chip thinks that is a little too generous of me. Chip doesn't like the sound of me giving money away, but the least I can do is give all of my employees a bonus for this month. That would be great, wouldn't it guys? Oh, and by the way, I now have a really cool protection barrier which basically completes all the really cool upgrades I can get. I think that the unsung hero in all of this is Chip, as he has done all of this work to create some really cool products and all sorts of items and devices that I could mess around with all day. Thank you Chip for making this such an awesome and unforgettable day for me. Make sure to let me know how well your factories and sweet businesses and chocolate empires are coming along guys. You can always follow me on Twitter at SubZeroExtabyte, as it is a good way to keep up to date with all of my doings and goings on, and also you can send me lots of tweets and pictures showing me how far you have gotten with your factories and all the different kind of flavors of sweets you are creating. I would love to see some of them from all of my fans out there. I am sure I can like and retweet a few of my favorite ones too. That would be dope. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining along on this crazy adventure with me and Chip. We have managed to create the best sweet factory in the entire world, and it creates some of the best tasting candy I've ever had the pleasure of tasting. It definitely tastes a lot nicer than those Bean Boozled sweets that I tried earlier this morning. I am glad that their taste is finally all out of my mouth. I've been SubZeroExtabyte, and I will catch you all in the next video.